And the bug is dead, so the world's good again.
Yes.
Or, well, they said they let it out, right?
Oh.
Yeah, it's living
wild.
its best life somewhere.
Oh God, it's
Well,
still
I mean,
alive.
realistic.
It's on its way to you, JD. It looks
Oh, and it's going straight to hell. Hello, brats, and welcome to the first episode of Rainbow.book.rats, a queer romance podcast where four feral rats nerd out about their favorite reads. On this podcast, we're going to be talking about the books we've read recently, what's on our book radar, we're going to spill any bookish tea that we may have, and we're also going to be talking about our most recent buddy reads, and we're going to be doing some deep dives into favorite books, series, authors, tropes, anything that strikes our fancy that week. So we hope that you'll join us for more episodes, and let's get right into it.
Hi, I'm Caity, she, her, and I'm just really excited to be here.
I am Megan, and I have all the pronouns right now. And I used to live in a haunted house.
Ooh.
Spooky.
I'm JD. My pronouns are they, them, and I am a collector of vintage windbreakers.
I'm Kit, they, he, and I just forgot that I existed.
Oh, good facts, guys. Really good facts.
I don't do well under pressure.
Wow. Okay, great. Well, I guess. Well, let's talk about a little bit how our week went. I'll start. Mine was weird. My husband broke his toe real bad, and I almost passed out when I saw it. I did not expect to feel that way about it because I've passed out in my life, but mostly it's when I get hurt, not when somebody else does. So maybe my empathy is just really growing as I get old.
You were just really concerned for his feet.
Yeah, or it was because it was his foot.
I don't know what it was, but whoo-wee, I almost lost myself to the abyss. Lucky for me, my wifey is not squeamish like that, and she was able to take him to the ER, because if it was just me here, we probably would have had a problem, because it was not a fun time. I felt really bad for him too, because he was coming in with his food to eat dinner, and he just kicked the chair, and he didn't get a single bite in.
Aww.
So, and then he was gone. Both of them actually didn't get to eat any dinner, and they were gone for a little over 3 hours, and it was 8:30 p.m. So,
Oh my gosh!
Oh,
Did you eat their dinners?
I was just gonna ask that.
No. Okay, I had 4 bites of my dinner, and then I couldn't even finish my dinner because I was so spiral eyes, oh my god. Well, I mean, yeah, yes, I was very concerned.
About the foot.
Not because I was just passing out. Yeah, I couldn't eat anymore. So I put all of our stuff in the fridge, and then I went to Dairy Queen and got us all blizzards instead.
You're like, I got this.
After I was okay enough to drive, that is. I did not drive while I was still feeling dizzy, but once I came down from that, I was like, you know what? I really need ice cream right now. So I just went to Dairy Queen and I got us all blizzards, and I put theirs in the freezer.
That's well deserved after that day.
I agree. I couldn't agree more. Yeah, so that's the fun times that happened to me this week. Woohoo! Kit, anything going on over there?
As you guys know, but other people may not know, I am putting together a tank, ready to adopt some hermit crabs from people who are looking to rehome them. And we had the saga of the beast, where I had recently bought some fresh moss because I'm planting it up a bit. And I woke up at 7 a.m. to feed my dog, and there, just staring at me through the glass nearest to my bed, was this giant beetle.
No. Nope.
And it was terrifying, and I had to live with the fact that it was there for like 8 hours because I couldn't catch it, and I pretended it didn't exist and did some other things in the tank, and then I accidentally touched it.
No.
And I'd like to be clear, normally I am not squeamish. For some reason, this just got me.
Maybe you were absorbing my squeamishness as you told me about it.
Waking up to your guys' messages was the fucking funniest thing ever. It was like the equivalent to that community meme where Troy walks in with the pizza and everything's on fire and people are running around.
Seriously though, yes, because I was like, burn it!
Yeah.
Light your house on fire! No, you're moving in with me. You gotta get out of there. It's not safe.
Well, kids looking up all the information about it.
Yeah, I'm just like, they fly. I don't want it flying.
Yeah, they're just learning more facts that are making it even more horrifying, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
no.
So after accidentally touching it, I did in fact manage to catch it in a glass. Didn't have to touch it, and safely removed.
Oh, thank goodness.
But yes, it was a whole saga.
It really was.
I'm still not recovered.
Me either.
But yeah, that was
no.
JD's really traumatized.
I'm so traumatized by your trauma.
Kaity was like, I want to see. Send me a picture. And JD was like, no.
Spare me.
I was going to ask JD to send me a picture of the husband's foot.
Oh, I did not take a picture of that. No. Oh, I shouldn't even think about it, honestly. I'm too scared of what'll happen.
How is his foot now?
He's in a boot now, so that's been shitty. It's just really awkward, but as far as the actual like pain, it's not been too bad. He's said mostly he can't really feel it until like the end of the day, so but he's okay.
And the bug is dead, so the world's good again.
Yes.
Well, they said they let it out, right?
Yes, it's living its best life somewhere.
Oh God, it's still alive.
Realistic.
It's on its way to you, JD.
It's going straight to hell.
So that was the I'm not going to call it the highlight of my week, but that was my week.
It's the highlight of my week. I loved it.
This week I had a lot that happened. The thing I wrote down about my week was how JD's week got worse. We sat down on was that Friday to to edit the podcast together, and I was gonna show them how to do it. And then almost 4 hours later,
nothing.
See, we couldn't even get the files downloaded first, and then I finally got them downloaded, and then I uploaded them, and and then they just learned that like there wasn't enough memory space on their computer, and
and after I had also tried, getting everything downloaded, I had to wait forever, and then my mic stopped working a couple of times, so I couldn't talk to Megan anymore, and I was just like, what is happening? It was a disaster. It truly I was ready to just shove everything off the desk and right into the garbage. I just want to help.
Let me help you.
I want to learn. But no, the universe says no.
I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that felt like a complete waste of time. That was very frustrating. God, I mean, it's a little bit funny thinking back about it now. It is a little bit funny because I am cursed, but if you can't laugh about the curse, then
you're gonna cry about it.
then you cry about it, and I don't want to do that. So,
what about you, Katie? What did you do this week?
I'm trying to think of what I did this week, literally drawing a blank. All I know is it snowed so much yesterday, and I keep thinking, like, it's March. It's supposed to be spring, and I'm so upset about this. But I mean, it was a fine. I went to Michael's and I got craft stuff, which I'm very excited about. I follow this Instagram account, and they do like, you know, when people go hunting and they like take the head of the animal and put it on like a plaque. It's really weird. Well, this is an account, and they do that, but with stuffed animals, and they make it so
my
whimsical.
friend does that.
Yes, I'm obsessed with it. Like lots of lace and like little clown hats, and it makes me so happy. And I decided I could do this, so I went and I bought a bunch of ribbon and like a little plaque thingy. And I'm gonna go to the thrift store. I'm gonna find myself a stuffed animal whose head I could put on a wall. I'm gonna make it.
That's amazing. My friend made one with a stingray, like a little stuffed stingray.
Oh, that's so cute. I thought about trying to needle felt something because I could needle felt like my own little head, and then I was thinking it'd be cool to do a worm, but I worry that if I did like a worm coming out, it would just look like a penis.
A penis.
There is always that.
Yeah,
you got to be careful.
Yeah, the worm to penis pipeline is, you know.
It's fine. It would have a smiley face.
Oh,
happy penis.
True.
Circumcised. Yes.
Well, now I think you should do it.
Yeah. This is so not where I thought you were going with this.
So that was my week.
All right, so let's move on to talking about some of the books that we read. So my favorite read, or I guess reads from the past couple of weeks, has been the Dark Trails series by Em Jae Black, which starts with Jackrabbit, and then it also has Rabbit Hole and Rabbit Hunt.
That word is banned.
Yeah, sorry about that, but it is the name of the book. Rabbit Hole.
I don't mind the word.
Yeah, and it's Rabbit Hole is actually the longest of the 3 books, so it's powerful. That's a powerful hole. Okay. My favorite of the weeks, Dark Trails. I have been seeing people posting quotes about this series for so long. And basically, like, from the first time I read one, I added it to my TBR. I was like, whoa, that sounds really good. I'm going to like that. But it's been a long time since I added it to my TBR, since I've been seeing all the quotes and everything. I definitely get the hype now, and I wish I'd read it sooner. But the thing that I think is a little bit of an injustice in a way is that I didn't realize that it was like an don't take this the wrong way, but I didn't realize it was like an actual story. Like I was under the impression that it was like pure erotica, basically, because every time anyone ever like talks about it, they're basically just like, oh my gosh, yes, it's so hot, blah blah blah, which yes it is, but it's also so sweet. Like, there's sweet relationship stuff happening in it too, and I didn't know to expect that. Like, I was not expecting a relationship between these 2 characters, because I mean, if you've read the quotes from these books, degradation and humiliation are some of the biggest themes. So Jack is very, very mean to Addie.
Oh,
very cruel to him, but he likes it. But like, because of that, and those pretty much being like the only exposure that I had to the series, and the fact that no one ever talks about how sweet it actually is, like, I did not expect there to be like relationship building and like background stuff to this book. And like, as I was reading the first one, I was like, wait a minute, are they gonna date?
this isn't smut.
I didn't know.
This has plot.
I didn't know. Yeah, it totally has plot, and I just didn't know that it did. And I'm just like, I don't know. I loved it so much.
You know how wet plot is a trope. Surprise plot should be a trope too.
Yeah, I mean, I just was maybe it's weird that I didn't know that. I don't know. It feels kind of weird that I didn't know that, but I didn't, and I was just pleasantly surprised. So basically, I guess I'll tell you now what the book is about instead of just telling you how much I liked it.
I will, don't worry. It's downloaded on my Kindle, ready to go.
Yay! Okay, so pretty much lowdown on the plot. This book is about Addie, who works in a coffee shop and kind of like, I wouldn't say that he's like, well, down on his luck, but like his life isn't the greatest. He was raised by a single mom who didn't really pay that much attention to him. They're not super close. He's just kind of by himself in the world.
We love a lonely boy.
Yeah, he's working at a coffee shop trying to save money to go back to school because he had to drop out of school because he just couldn't afford it anymore. He's living in like this garbage apartment, just, straight up not having a good time, but he's still really sweet, and his big thing is he loves to read romance. And he's big into this one romance series that's about werewolf mafia bikers.
Authors, please,
where are they?
Take note.
Yeah. Oh, and he really likes like hiking and being in the forest and stuff because his grandpa watched him while his mom was always working, and he was like really into camping and stuff. So he like took him out camping, and so he has like a big appreciation for nature, and he goes to like the national forest a lot. So at the beginning of this book, he gets off from work and decides he's going to go read at the national forest at the park. So he goes there and he's reading his werewolf smut. And he's just getting so engrossed in it that he doesn't realize that he's like slowly inching a hand down his pants.
Oh my gosh.
And he's in public, okay? And that's like, you can't be doing that. And normally he would know that, but he just got swept up in the moment. And who finds him like that but Jack, who is the park ranger. And he's furious when he sees him. Like,
desecrating their park.
Yeah. And he's like, notes that he's seen Addie in the park before, and he thinks that he's like some like snobby rich kid because whenever he comes to the park, he always has like a fancy coffee drink with him, but it's just because he works at that coffee shop, I'm
like, let a guy enjoy a little drink.
I know. Let him have a little treat. Yeah, so Jack already thinks that he's like some like stuck up rich kid, and then he finds him like hand down his pants, desecrating the forest like in broad daylight, and he's pissed. So he comes up to Addie, and Addie's like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry," and he just starts ripping him a new one, basically. And
or literally,
Addie gets like scared because he doesn't want to get in trouble, so he just runs.
Oh my god.
He just runs back to his car, and then he gets in and he's like, "No, my tablet." He left his tablet on the park bench where he just was.
You gotta go back for that Kindle.
Exactly. So he goes back to get his tablet, and I guess he's expecting it not to be there anymore, but Jack is there with the tablet because he's like, he's gonna come back for it, right? So he goes back to get his tablet. Jack is there, and Jack basically, like, when he ran away from him, Jack was like, "Ooh."
He's like, "Oh, I like this."
Kink unlocked.
What do we have there? So his interest is piqued anyway. And then when Addie comes back, he can kind of see like that Addie thinks he's attractive anyway. So pretty much it turns into an encounter of Jack purposefully trying to scare him into running away and not coming back. So after they have this encounter, Jack hints at the fact that he might be interested in hooking up with him, like doing a primal scene in the forest with him. And like, if he wants to do that, he can come back and meet him at this picnic table at night and they'll do that. And he doesn't think that Addie's going to do it because he is just trying to scare him off. But he does. He does come back. And yeah.
And that's how you get murdered.
My God. Yeah, it is sometimes. But this time,
he gets fucked.
This time, he didn't get murdered.
His ass got murdered.
Oh my
Yeah. Yeah, there's a primal scene. They don't actually have sex, but not that first time. But Jack spanks him and gets him with his belt, and it's
oh damn.
Yeah, it's really something. If you're interested at all in impact play, in degradation, in humiliation, please read this book because it's for you. Oh, there's a little bit of bootlicking.
Your favorite.
My fave, you know. I just, it has everything I want. So yeah, he enjoys it too much. Jack enjoys it too much. And Addie is floored by how much he enjoyed it because he didn't really know that he was kinky at all. It's a very big discovery to him that he is, but he's very into it. Pretty much like throughout this book, they hook up a couple more times, like in the woods. It's all delicious. It's all delicious. But they hook up a couple of times, and pretty much every time they do, Jack is like kind of escalating the intensity of it to try to get Addie to back down because he's trying to like emotionally remain closed off. And Jack thinks that there's no one who can match his freak. And so he's tired of being disappointed by people who think they can or by people who don't really want to. So like all of his exes and his most recent ex, basically like they're like, yeah, I guess you can spank me.
Oh, but they're not into it.
They're not into it, but they're like, I'll let you do it because I know you like doing that. But that's not what he wants to do.
Yeah.
And it is really sad. He has so many of these desires that he has just been basically tamping down because nobody that he ever meets is interested in doing that. And yeah, it is really sad, but he's like a super sadist. Woo!
We love a super sadist.
Yeah, super sadist. And he just has not found his perfect masochist yet. until he meets Addie. So throughout the book, each scene that they do together. Oh, and by the way, he is sure to give Addie a safe word before they do anything the first time and makes sure that he understands that he can use that. And the aftercare in this book is also really good, except for the first scene, because Addie is so freaked out by the fact that he enjoyed that so much. And he's so unsure about where he stands that he basically just runs off as soon as they're done. He sees Jack go into like a building and he's like, well, I guess we're done. Okay, bye. Oh my God. Jack is just going inside to get aftercare supplies. And when he comes back out, Addie's gone. So yeah, so there is a little lack of aftercare in the first scene, but it's just because Addie ran and Jack didn't vocalize that that's what he was doing. So the aftercare in these books is very good. Jack is basically escalating every scene to try to get Addie to safe word out of it because he's like, there's no way someone can actually enjoy these things as much as I do. And I'm going to prove it, basically. But every time he tries, it backfires because Addie's so into it. So, like, I don't know. Jack is, like, really, really mean to him. And Addie spends the entire book thinking that Jack hates him because of the way that they met. You know, he just spends the whole book thinking that Jack hates him. But throughout the book, Jack is just like doing little things for Addie. Like his car doesn't start after the second time that they hook up in the parking lot. And so he has to leave it in the lot overnight, which you're not really allowed to do. Like it could get towed. And Jack is the park ranger, so he could have towed it, but he didn't. And he wakes up like the next morning super early so he can go to the auto store and buy a new battery for him. And he replaces the battery in the car without telling him, because Addie's like freaking out. That was actually the night that Jack finds out that it's not true that he's a rich asshole. He finds out that he's actually quite poor, and
I bet he feels bad.
yeah, he's freaking out about having to hire a tow truck because they're so expensive. And he's like, oh, well, why don't you just get mom and dad to pay for it? He's being really mean. And he's like, what do you mean? Like, so they talk that out, and he's like, oh, well, now I feel like an asshole. So the next day he gets up super early and buys a new battery for the car and replaces it. So he's like doing little sweet things like that throughout the book that are just like caretaking, basically, but in secret because he can't know. And it's just so sweet. It's so sweet. And the whole series is a lot of emotional turmoil for both of them because, you know, again, Jack is trying to convince himself that no one could ever want what he wants. He's really hurt by past relationships that he's had. And Addie is just really unsure about if Jack genuinely is into him or not, even though at the end of the first book, Jack pretty much makes it clear that he is. But just like his general attitude and meanness kind of makes Addie weary. And it's the whole series is just like it's just like a big emotional journey, and it's beautiful. It's just so beautiful. I loved it so much. There's like a lot of vulnerability, and there's a lot of really, really sweet moments. There's like one pretty big breakup that happens that's devastating. But at the same time, even while devastated, I knew that it was gonna be okay. Like, I don't know. I loved the series. I really want everybody to read it, and I want to talk to you about it.
You've already talked me into it. I actually have it listed as one of the books I recently added to my T-Bear because I had talked to you about it because I was like, is it going to be too dark for me? But I feel confident, and I'm excited to check it out.
Yeah, it's so good. I really loved it. So yeah, that's my book that I had to tell you guys about.
It sounds really good. So I've got a few that really stood out for me this fortnight. So I read Designation Prey, which is by Jamie Cassel, who also wrote His Sex Therapist, which I know is quite popular. That is part of the series, so Designation Prey, sorry, but you can read it standalone. I did. It's Omegaverse, but it's not just Alpha, Beta, Omega. It's more like a continuum in this universe. Like at this extreme, the Omega is a prey Omega, so he needs like a really dominant Alpha who will kind of... It's not necessarily about primal prey, it's more just about needing to be dominated with someone who's like a strict dominant, needing like quite severe pain involved, needing maybe some CNC and maybe some primal as well. And essentially also although this is one of the most recommended books for biokink, people are not born Omegas, etc. They are genetically modified. They go through a process. Yeah.
By choice?
So well, usually, but in this case, his father is like really high up in the military, and he's also in the military. It's usually military people who go through the process. He was kind of forced into it by his father.
Oh.
Yeah, so there's like they're given stats as to how likely they are to become dominant, which obviously is what supposedly you want in the military because they'll become more aggressive and blah blah blah, blah gain muscle. He was only like 8% likely to become submissive, but obviously he became like the most submissive. Yeah. So he basically can't serve on the front lines, and they've spent, I think it's 3 years, trying all of these experimental tests on him to try and turn him dominant. And it's just
Aw.
really messed with him. It's really sad because he doesn't want any of it. He would quite like to just leave the army and be left alone. But his dad's a bastard.
Oh.
Anyway, so basically the premise is his dad has a stroke and is like in a coma, and the guy's name is Daniel, the Omega. Daniel's doctor takes the opportunity to call in a dominant for the first time to give Daniel what he actually needs. Yeah. And so they basically have like a week to try and give Daniel the kind of domination, and like he's also severely touch starved. He has not been allowed any dominance at all. Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah.
All these sad boys.
I know, sad boys are the best boys.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. So they have a week to try and level him out, basically, by giving him what he needs. And he's never been touched before. He's not been allowed anything.
Aw.
And they get that, and they fall in love, but in a very like physical way. Most of their connection is physical. And then I won't spoil, but like a little bit of spoiling. It becomes a second chance romance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like there's two halves to the book, basically. Even though it's a novella. Yeah. The spice is excellent. But you really feel for both characters as well. And it's just a really, really good book. There are maybe some small issues. I'm not going to pretend it's perfect, but it is a really good, quick read. If you want something that is easy to read and also spicy, but with plot and heart. So yeah, I definitely recommend that one. I read another novella. I read Touch Starved by Becca Vale, which is it's a taboo novella. It's brocessed.
Ooh.
So, okay, weirdly, it's been like the military fortnight. I don't know why. I'm not into military. But you've got like this little brother, right? A total golden retriever. But he is really hiding how vulnerable he is and how much he is struggling to like just keep afloat. He works as like a delivery driver just on a bicycle. He is renting a room that he can barely afford. He can hardly meet his bills. His parents, I think they are both dead, and he's been passed around family members growing up. But he has this really chipper attitude, and he just hides all of his pain. And the only person who was ever there for him was his big brother.
Aw.
But and he's like, he hero worships his big brother. But in order to survive, the big brother went into the army as soon as he could. And they haven't seen each other for 10 years or something. Possibly even more.
Oh, that's sad.
The army bro has no idea how much his little brother is struggling, even though they've been like pen pals all that time. And they finally meet, and at first the little brother hides how badly he's struggling, and then the big brother finds out, and he's like, I am going to spoil you and protect you because nobody else ever has.
Yay!
But there's also, obviously, it's Becca Vale. The spice is excellent. You get a hair trigger virgin, but like, it adds something to the story, okay? Here, it does. And it's just, there's a lot of coming early. There is a lot early.
I love that.
He's completely touch-starved, and he will come from his brother literally touching him, like, not sexually. So that was really good. And the last book I want to talk about is Once Bitten by A.M. Rose.
Yeah!
Which is... It is the fourth book in the Cursebreakers Inc. series. It is a second chance romance. They were in love when they were young. They were torn apart years ago, and now they're finally getting the chance to see each other again as adults, but it's forbidden. It's an urban fantasy romance with a mystery subplot. A.M. Rose are absolutely amazing at their mystery subplots and their romances.
Yes.
Yeah, all the little details, and I never get it right what's happening. But it's always really good how they tie it all together.
Yes.
Megan and I are absolutely we love this series.
Well, and at the end of this one, I thought I knew the answer to one of the biggest mysteries in the series. And I thought like I knew. I was so sure I knew the answer. And at the end of this one, we were talking, and I was like, I don't think that's the answer to it.
Yeah. Surprise! You're wrong.
And I was trying to come up with like increasingly desperate ways it could be right. And there's always, I mean, A.M. Rose, they tend to write found family, and they throw in lots of banter between the found family, and it's just brilliant. A.M. Rose tend to write serious, heartbreaking, angsty romance, which this one is, and they tend to write really funny, chaotic romances as well. And I love that they have that range. But yeah, this one is I cried so much. I cried so much.
Me too. Like when you read it, if you join the buddy read, you will see how many times I like literally just was like, page number, I am bawling. Page number, I am full on sobbing.
I feel like I already saw that in the group chat.
Like page number, like it hurts so much.
Wailing and gnashing of teeth.
Yeah.
I'm excited to read this one.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna love it.
You are.
The MCs are Teddy and Ren is like animal magic curse breaker. And he just loves his animals. He spends all his time around animals. And we see a lot of like animal companions throughout the book. But the thing is, right, their relationship is also very like feral animal.
Yes.
Kind of like, yeah, and the spice is very animalistic. There's some breeding kink. It's all very like,
Wow.
yeah.
There's this scene where Ren's like wishing he got empregged.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, this one is like the definition of the meme that's like, I can't actually get you pregnant, and then Ren's just like, try harder.
Keep crying.
Yeah. So yeah, those were my reads for the week. Megan, what did you read this week?
I read a lot. I read 14 books since we last recorded.
Damn.
Oh my gosh.
And like all but 2 of them were 5 stars, and
Whoa.
Oh my god.
2 of them were rereads. Alice Winters, obviously. The ones that were 5 stars, I'll just go down the list, and you'll see my predicament. I read Pa by Cora Rose and Em.
Yes.
I read Once Bitten by Em Rose. I read Pretty Boy by Jett Masterson. I read Ugly by Roe Horvat. I read Immersed by Gale and Tate.
Yes.
I read How Not to Kill a Hellhound by Shannon May. So it's like
Top tier stuff. There's some
top tier stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go down through a few of these, and so like I'll start with like the How Not to Kill a Hellhound. I got because I'm part of Shannon May's Patreon, and so it's the 5th book in the series, the Hellhounds of Paradise Falls series, and this is Corbin and Sebi's book, and it's very cute. Like so the previous 2, maybe 2.5 books have been a little bit on the more angsty side.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and this one it's very little angst in it. Like so Sebi's character is a nurse, and he works at a hospice, and he's always like in the previous books has always talked about how he's just everybody around him dies. Like he'll go on a date and then his date will like choke or something like that and then die. And so for being somebody that's like constantly surrounded by death, he's such a sweet, sunshiny character. And then Corbin is like he's half hellhound, half witch, and he's got Crow, who is his familiar. It's a crow named Crow. Is his familiar. And he's got a murder of crows that always are like in his vicinity, and a lot of the times he sends Crow and his murder of crows to go like check on Sebi, and so like Sebi also will feed them, and like they'll bring him shiny like trinkets and toys. And it's just so it's such a cute, like sweet, sunshiny story, because it was just like a nice little easy read.
Nice to smile again after all the tears.
It was this first and then the tears.
Oh
happened.
no.
Because I went from that to Immersed.
Oh Lord. Oh no.
And I cried a bit in Immersed by Gale and Tate is Asher and Levi. but it's horror romance, dark romance, I guess, with that takes place in a virtual reality video game. And this is one Kit's been telling me about since like Halloween time.
Yep.
And this one was great. I only cried a little bit in some sad moments. Like Levi has obviously some like being sad and also being tortured by his lover.
Just a little bit.
Oh, yeah, you know.
Like the first scene of them together, Asher literally like stabs Levi's hand into the ground with a knife. And then
Yeah.
and then starts like being sexual with him. So basically sexually assaulting him.
Oh no.
Levi slits his own throat to get out of the situation.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And as he's dying, he's like, I can't help but notice the like heartbreaking look on Asher's face, and he doesn't know why I'm doing this.
Damn.
Levi is a streamer. He's like a Twitch streamer, right? And he starts streaming because he's raising money for like mental illness charities because his brother killed himself. He gets a prototype VR headset and he like puts it on and it drops him in the middle of a video game, but it's not a video game. Like there's several times where he talks about how he like puts his hands on his face to try to remove the headset and he can't feel anything except for his face. And so it starts off with him camping with a bunch of friends. And then a murderer shows up starts murdering his friends. And the murderer is Asher.
Yay!
Who becomes the golden retriever psycho boyfriend.
Oh no.
He's just a puppy.
Yes, he's so cute. He's so cute. And one thing I love about Gale and Tate, I mean, granted, this is only the second book of hers I read, but she does a really good job of writing these horrible characters that like you kind of can't help but love, I guess, or at least feel something about them, like feel sorry for them or kind of sort of root for them because you know life is in black and white, right? Like so you're like, okay, I can kind of see from their perspective, but you know, I don't know, it's hard to explain.
It is, yeah. You don't want to like them, but you do end up liking them anyway.
Exactly. So then I went from that to reading Ugly, which was the start of the tears. Omega verse, you know, lots of like hurt comfort and then just devolved into like mad fucking, right? Like just nonstop.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Heat, rut, like all of the things that come with his book. But this one, like the main character, he's got no self-esteem and he's unhoused. And I was sort of sobbing through that.
Oh, this is the week of the sad boys.
I know. Burke is the other main character who's the alpha, and he goes to Burke's pub a lot because he'll like offer to help Burke around the pub in exchange for like a free meal. Aww. And Burke always helps him. And Emerson is the Omega's name. Burke is also like has scars on his face from an accident. So it's called Ugly because, you know, Emerson is
ugly.
Yes, but Emerson loves him and thinks he's beautiful.
Oh.
And then it just so happens one night when he's at Burke's pub, he starts his first heat.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I know. I guess you can guess what goes on from there.
Oh, what?
I already said lots of sex.
Oh, right.
It's cute because Burke at first is trying to be very understanding and like give him his space. and then there's one day where Emerson's in the like, kitchen and he's like, please fuck me, please fuck me.
Very respectfully.
Yeah.
Very respectfully.
Pretty Boy didn't make me cry, but
No.
It was hot.
That's because you haven't read book 3 yet.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Wait, is this which author?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, because there's like 15.
1,500.
Too many pretty boys.
This is the one with Jett Masterson.
The Omega Best.
Yeah, with the Sugar Baby and Daddy. It's good. And then Once Bitten, which Kit you already talked about. And that was the crying. That was a lots of crying.
Yeah.
And then the last one I read was Pa.
Yes.
Which is Cora, Rose, and Em Lindsey and their Deaf Heart series. And oh my God.
Yes.
It is so good. I think it might be my favorite from the series.
Ooh.
It's kind of second chance in that like they hook up, then Rome, one of the MCs, runs away to France for 3 years.
Ooh.
I didn't know that happened.
Oh, whoops. I thought I said it to the group.
All right. Well, I didn't read any of that.
It's literally in the blurb.
It is. I remember now. I did say it in the group, but I told Caity not to listen.
Oh no. Sorry, Caity.
It's fine. I'm gonna forget.
So yeah, they hook up a couple times and then Rome runs off to France.
France.
Runs off to France for 3 years and then comes home. And then do they get back together?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Well, you do.
Yeah.
But I love it because it's like it's still the fun found family that like everybody that we've already met. You see Tom and
Robbie.
You see Tom and Robbie and Thorn and Leaf and Michael.
You see Michael.
Fucking Michael.
Michael literally attacks Rome with the zucchini in one scene.
Classic Michael.
Classic Michael.
A little camp.
You realise there are going to be people listening who don't know who Michael is.
Well, they should go fix that immediately, obviously.
Michael is a groundhog that Leaf spends his whole book in ILY, spends the whole book trying to kill him.
Yes, he is the antagonist of book 2.
Literally.
And then in book 3, he's just accepted as part of the family, and he literally has like a baby Bjorn. That he puts
Yes, Thorn carries him around.
Oh my god.
I did not know that.
Oh, it's so good. It's so stupid. I love it.
It is. But yeah, this one was great because it starts off dislike to lovers, but it's only like one-sided dislike because Rome is the antagonist kind of from book 1, where he's a complete asshole and you like hate him. Lindsey's really good at a redemption arc because they did the Punk is Puck Killian redemption arc. So
yeah, they're really, really good at it. Honestly, like sometimes I get really nervous, but I'm never nervous when I read one from Em Lindsey.
Yeah. Second chance, and it was like this one side dislike because yeah, even though Rome is kind of like an asshole and he's mean and he's scowly towards Dex loves it, and Dex is just like eating it up.
Like, oh, it's so cute how much you hate me. You're not going to someday, but okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Am I wrong? Was Dex always queer, or is this like a queer awakening for Dex?
It's a queer awakening, but there was a part in book 1 where Tom was talking about when he came out to his family. His family were kind of assholes about it, and I remember Dex saying like, "Asses are hot." Like, I'm with him, but he's never been with a. Yeah, I think it was a queer awakening. I think that they were kind of slipping in hints that he was bi early on, but it was, not apparent.
Okay.
To him. But yeah, it was a funny. I cried, but not as much as Once Bitten.
Yeah, it's not super sad,
and it's not and I'm not a huge enemies to lovers, and I'm not a huge like hate fuck fan, but
the hate fucking in this book.
Yeah, it literally starts off with like 4 chapters of hate fucking.
It's so good.
God.
It's so good.
They're getting busy.
It's so good. So yeah, those were my highlights. Caity, what about you?
Ooh, okay. I haven't read a lot, but I've read really good books. The first one was just a reread. I actually just re-listened to the audiobook for Roman, and I have forgotten by Bryan how good that book is. It's just
so good.
Yes. It's so sweet. I forgot how precious of a human Danny is. He just like he's just a tired nurse just living his life, and then this kind of grumpy, scary vampire just comes in and he just accepts it. He's like, "Oh, you're a vampire? Okay. Make me French toast." He's just so chill about it. He's like, "Are you gonna kill me? No? Okay. You can sleep here."
Great. I'm actually really busy, so
yeah. I love there's like, I mean, there's drama in the book, but like none of it is between them. There's zero relationship drama between them.
Yeah.
And like,
God, I love it.
It's so sweet, and just Roman he's kind of like, he's grumpy and a little mean sometimes, but he's so sweet to Danny.
Yes.
Yeah.
I loved it. And it's narrated by Michael Farello, who
Our beloved.
yes. He does such a good job. I find such comfort in his voice with books that he narrates. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep reading that. We're rereading that series because now I'm like, I have to reread Soren's book because I love him and I love Gabe.
Yeah.
Maybe I should read them.
Do
Yes,
in
it.
audio.
please.
I haven't.
Well, you still need to do the Demon Bound series.
I do.
Wait. Before any of that, you and I have a date for reading Eden.
Yes, we do. We do. We're gonna get there.
We will, and you're gonna love it. I think they're really good. I like really good audios, but also just comforting and like it's a good time. You'll very much like them. So the other book I finished was Plaything by Colette Davison, which is book 2
Yay.
of the Kinky Housemates. So we read Sugar Bunny. We had read Sugar Bunny. Yeah, so this is book 2. And I was excited for it, but like I'm not like that excited, you know. So it turned out to be so freaking cute. It's like a lot of kinky role play, and so it's Frasier and Beau is one of the twins in the house. He's kind of like,
Who is his twin?
his twin is
Stefan.
yeah, Stefan.
Oh, yes.
His brother's kind of like the gothic one. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it was really sweet. It starts off spicy like right away. So there's a bonus chapter at the end of Sugar Bunny, but you don't have to read it. It just sets up what you come into in Plaything, which is them getting back to the house and just going at it. Which was a great time. But it's really cute because it's not just them playing, like it's them sort of building each other up. Like Beau has some family drama, and Frasier's just really there for him and like helps him through it and becomes like a friend, which is really cute.
Yes.
But also he's so bossy. Like he's bossy and bratty and it's just really adorable. I love like their banter. Yeah, 10 out of 10. It was a really good time. It makes me excited to keep reading the series because you do get little bits of like the housemates.
Yes.
And the next book it's the puppy playbook, and I'm so excited for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's called Collar Me.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Mhm.
That sounds right. So very excited.
It's so cute. There's so much cuddling in it. I love it so much.
I
We love
cuddling.
cuddling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There wasn't, I mean, I didn't feel like there was a lot of cuddling in this book, but there's not, like there's good aftercare. There's lots of like spanking. So the scenes they do, there's like a sexy office one, a prison one,
Ooh.
Yes.
a maid one, and I think
There's
think that was
breath play.
lots
in
of breath
this book.
play. So
Or
much.
in this book.
Excellent.
I really like my favorite. There's a scene that they do. It's the sexy office scene, and Beau is so into Frasier. They're not even dating at this point. They're just hooking up. But he's like so down bad for Frasier. He can't even like be in the scene because he's like, "Oh my god, you're just so beautiful," and it's so good. I kept stopping the book to like kick my feet and scream because I was so excited. It was just really fun. They literally had to stop the role play because he's like, I'm just so into you. Oh man.
Oh.
So cute.
That was good. And then my last one was just the most wild ride. Like I don't often read like non-con or like books where there's any sort of thing other than like absolutely consensual. And so this is kind of out there for me. It's Fuck, Marry, Kill Me Daddy by Lance Lansdale. And
Yes.
it's so unhinged. I was feeling
What
I
a
know.
wild book. It really is unhinged.
it makes me think of Alice
In the best
Winters,
way.
but like
Yes.
horny Alice Winters.
Horny.
Like, like if Alice Winters was just
The
super
best
horny.
kind.
Yeah. It's so funny. Like I couldn't stop laughing half the time, and I just loved
Yes.
I loved how so it's Scotty and Brody. Scotty is like his dad is like aiming to be like president, right? But he's gay and his dad is absolutely not okay with that. And is like trying to get him to go to conversion camps and awful, horrible things. And so his dad decides, I'm gonna hire somebody to kill my son. Crazy.
He's a trash.
In comes Brody, the hired hitman, set to kill Scotty. But like,
Oh my god, yes. Scotty's just deranged and Brody is like unhinged.
so he keeps seeing this man try to kill him, and he's like, "Oh, we're gonna fuck."
Hey,
That's my boyfriend.
I'm in love with you. Yeah, he thinks he's like stalking him because he's in love with him.
yeah, he's stalking me because he's into me. I know it.
He's so silly. He keeps showing up with knives and guns.
The craziest foreplay ever.
He's flirting with him.
And it's just wild, and it's so funny. And they keep so it gets to this point where Brody has always thought of himself as a straight man, and he is married to a woman. And so he kind of goes through this like own personal journey of like realizing he's not totally straight, obviously. But he kind of like he's really fighting it. And so one of the things is like every time he and Scotty are together, it's almost like he has to have Scotty like pretend to threaten him to do anything with him.
Mhm.
But like it's
Yes.
so like there's this one point where Scotty literally picks up a Kindle. He's like, I'll bash your head in with a Kindle. Like not even
Yeah.
found. Like it was just so over the top and ridiculous and so much fun. It was such
It's a really fun book. That is a
Literally,
really
Yeah.
my review for it starts off with like, I've never felt so manhandled by a book before,
No,
but like
really.
in a good way.
Yeah.
That's a perfect description. I was not expecting it because the only other books I've read by Lance Lansdale was the House Husband series, which if you've read is so sweet and cozy. And they're not super horny books. Like there is intimacy in it, but it's not super kinky or anything like that. And these books, I mean, just swinging dicks and
Unhinged.
come everywhere. Like
You need to tell Lance that.
unprepared.
Yes,
Yeah.
you do.
He will love that.
I highly recommend
But,
those.
like,
Yeah.
The thing though is that there are moments of like real emotions as well, I think. Like that moment where he's at his is it his mum's grave? He's at someone's grave.
Yes. Yeah, he's at his mom's
Yeah, in the
grave.
beginning of the book. Yeah, that made me so sad.
I do like that. Like it is just like Alice Winters where it's like unhinged and crazy. There are moments where like you actually see that they do have feelings and they care about each other, even if it is like super fast paced and it's like insta love.
Yeah.
They have genuine feelings, and it's cute because in the end it does end with like an engagement epilogue, and the engagement between them is so true to character for them. Like I couldn't have like written a better engagement for them than what happens in the book. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good. So good.
It's sweet. Yeah, and they sort of come out at the end with this like found little murderous family of weirdos.
Yes.
Horny murder weirdos. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay. Okay, so let's move on to our book radars. I am going to start with a new series that I just saw get posted by Charlie Novak. It's a new series called Lick It.
Ooh. What are we licking?
It is 3 books about people who own an ice cream shop.
Oh.
And so this ice cream shop is going to be in Heather Bay, which is a town from a previous series. So it's kind of a little bit of a spin-off series, although I'm not sure if any of the characters were in the Heather Bay series or not. There are 3 books in the series. The first one is coming out in May, and it's called Licked. It is about the accountant for the ice cream shop.
Oh wow.
Apparently there's a super nerdy meet cute in it. Lingerie. The receptionist is a little goth.
Okay.
And I'm just like very excited. I cannot wait to read that. It sounds amazing. I mean, I just love Charlie Novak already.
I could be here for that.
Yeah, and I loved Heather Bay, so I'm excited to go back there. And yeah, so the first one sounds really good. That's called Licked. The release date for the next two is not yet announced, but the second one is called Dripped. It's a boss employee stress relief hookups kind of situation.
Mm-hmm.
And then the third one is called Topped. It's a former enemies to lovers. And teach me to say please was one of the things that it says about it. So
Ooh.
yeah, I'm super excited for this. I can't wait. I think they're all going to be amazing. I will be reading them all as they release, most likely. So I just have to wait until May for the first one, and then I'm sure the next two will be staggered pretty quickly after that. But yeah, so there's that one, and then I also have it already released on February 28th, but I did want to kind of talk a little bit about Under the Surface by N.R. Walker. I keep seeing like little trope posts about it. It's a fated mates detective shifter romance with tentacles.
Oh, is this the one I sent you the post for?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently it's a grumpy romance, which
Ooh.
I
I'm
love
all about.
Nice.
There are tentacles.
Yeah.
It's apparently it's like a paranormal crime type mystery
Hell yes.
book in like a creepy town. I don't know, like it just sounds really interesting to me.
Oh my god, buddy, read.
Yeah, it just came out, so I want to read that one, see what that's about. And then the last one that I have on here is The Handyman's Howl by Ducky Mack.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm just excited for that one. I keep seeing little bites of it here and there. And it just sounds so good. It's a fated mates cozy mystery. It's coming out April 4th, so we're pretty close ish to when that's coming out.
I love Ducky Mack.
It is a clumsy handyman werewolf with a socially awkward human.
I'm here for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ducky Mack is so cozy too.
Yeah, I have only read Ducky Mack from anthologies, I think. I don't think I've ever read like a full book of hers. And every time I read
haven't.
one in an anthology, I'm like, oh, I really liked that. I should read more. And then I don't know why I haven't. I've got several of her books on my TBR, but I just haven't gotten around to it. But yeah, this one it just sounds so cute. Like the human in it can talk to animals. And they tell him that someone's like following him and that he'll be protected at the Creature Comforts Inn, which is where the werewolf is a handyman. So yeah, it just sounds really, really fun and interesting, and I'm excited to read it. So that one comes out in April. Yeah, that's my book radar. What about you, Kit? What you got on?
I have got two. I've got Den of Paradise by my beloved Erin Hawke.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Which is out on April 30th.
I am feral.
It is...
I am feral.
Oh, yes, right? It looks like it's going to be a high-ish angst empreg romance. Plenty of sex toys.
Yes.
Are they going to be fighting or are they going to be fucking? Stalkerish behavior. The alpha, we don't know. If not mafia, then why is he acting mafia?
Hell yes.
It's going to be fantastic, and I'm really excited. It's very much a case of the Omega coming to the Alpha. They're going to have a one-night stand, and then the Omega's going to have to come to him basically for help, thinking that he's giving up his happily ever after. But obviously, we all know that actually they're going to fall in love and it's all going to be fine. But yes, I am extremely excited, and I think that it's going to be a really fun time. It sounds like something that we're all going to get an awful lot of enjoyment out of. So yeah. And then the other one that I've got, I don't have a lot of information about, but you will see why I'm excited. Bruiser by Emmy Sanders also comes out on the 30th of April.
Yes.
Same as Den of Paradise. Part of the Elite 8 series. Yes!
Yay!
Love it.
That is Trevor and Isaac's story. I'm going to admit, I can't remember who they are.
It's the head of the studio. It's like the head guys. Their origin story, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Origins. Yes.
That was, yes, I thought it was like a prequel of some kind. Anyway, that's all I got.
Okay. I've got a couple. I have Alice Witcher's Present Mistake is coming out, and it's the third book in her Deadly Mistakes series, and she's like on a roll with this one right now because she published the first one of this series in January last year. And so like the fact that it's like the third book in the series to come out, it shows that like she's on it right now. And it's a fun series. It's like this is the same couple for all three books, and it's like Liam, who is he's like a serial killer who works as a detective for a police department. But he's like a Dexter type, so he only kills bad guys. And then Gabriel is like the most sunshiny, like beautiful, wonderful, like pure person ever. And Liam is feral and like such a simp for Gabriel. So third book of that one comes out. It's narrated by Greg Boudreau, and it's a fun one. It's one of her more like less wacky, over the top humor ones. It's a little bit more serious and a little bit more dark, but it still has her humor in it. So that one comes out in April, and then we've got Death Ball by TJ Rose and WH Lockwood coming out in May, middle of May, I think. And that's their like post-apocalyptic dark sports romance, which is supposed to be like high angst and like, I don't know. It sounds interesting. It sounds like something I've never heard of before.
Intriguing.
Death Ball. I don't know.
Yeah, what even is it?
It's yeah. I mean, the cover looks like it's a spiky ball with blood on it, and there's a skull.
Whoa.
So
I don't think I would play Death Ball
I don't like sports
personally.
so I wouldn't play it either. And then Glitched Fates and Stolen Mates comes out.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I need it now.
I know. Comes out April 10th.
That's gonna be so good.
Every time she posts something else about it, I'm just like, oh my god, I need this now. Like, you know, Felix being a pillow princess, and like,
Yes.
Kit having a plant named Princess, and like the stalking, but you know, not really stalking, just protection.
Yeah.
It's a little light stalking. It's fine.
A little light stalking. Oh, and then Cora Rose's Caleb comes out soon too. I think in April 24th. So Caleb is from Wit's point of view. So Wit is from Caleb's point of view, which he's the himbo golden retriever, and Wit is the black cat, kind of reluctant partner. And so I'm excited to kind of see, he's the grumpy one, so I'm kind of excited to see what his feelings are on this himbo who just decides that he's gay now. And how he handles that. That'll be fun to read.
That's why I really like dual point of view, because I like to be able to see the thoughts from like both sides of the characters.
I know, same.
Yeah. Oh, me. I don't have any book news. But if you're curious, I did have a whole artichoke for dinner last night, and it was life-changing.
Wow. That certainly does sound delicious.
It was.
And that is all we have for you guys this week. Thank you so much for listening, and we hope you enjoyed it enough to join us on our next episode, which is going to be a discussion on our most recent buddy read, which was Sugar Bunny by Colette Davison. And then we're also going to be doing a deep dive led by Caity on found family. So that should be exciting, very fun. Again, thank you guys so much for listening. As for us, we are going to scurry on back to our book nests. And until next time, you can find us on Instagram at rainbow.book.rats. Also, if you have any questions, any comments, you can email them to us at rainbow.book.rats@gmail.com. We are working on launching a Patreon right now too, so that's coming soon, and we'll have kind of some exclusive content, including some uncut episodes and just a whole bunch of rat nonsense on there. So yeah, until next time, I hope you guys all have a great day and stay feral.